Hello and welcome. Glad you found your way here. This is Tom, and the plan today is to help you with getting started in Edmodo. So, without further ado, you need to navigate your way to the Edmodo homepage, which is not complicated. It's edmodo.com. And then you are a teacher, so you're going to want to sign up by clicking I'm a teacher, and go ahead and roll yourself through the basic sign up there. It's nothing real complicated, but once you have signed yourself up, which is, as it says, completely free, you're going to find yourself with a screen that looks something like this. It won't have as much as I've got going on here because I've been using it for a while, but it's going to have some of the basic elements, like on the upper left is going to be your name and your profile picture, which I think is a default as a little chalk outline. You might want to update that, and that's pretty easy by going into your profile over there and kind of bouncing through those options. Not real complicated. Below that is a screen where soon you're going to find yourself with your different classes. Like I've got my second, third, fourth, and fifth hour classes all lined up. I also have these are called small groups, which you can see sit underneath any particular hour. Those are created by clicking small groups, but that's for another day. And nothing to worry about there. It's just a pretty neat little feature. You're going to see communities, and I think the default community that you get is the support group, which is a great community. If you click on support, you'll find yourself over in a forum where you can ask any kind of questions, and then their support team gets back with you very, very quickly and with pretty detailed answers. I've been real happy with that myself. In the upper right corner, you're going to see a notification panel which tells you some of the recent activities or different things that students have been doing in general, like how many have turned in an assignment, or if you've got new group members or something like that. Below that, you're going to see some general group information which you don't need to mess with for a while. And then below that is a pretty handy little feature which shows which students have logged in recently, which ones might have been turning in an assignment, or what are some of the other activities that they have been working on in the past, recent chunk of time. I guess I'll just label it that. But let's go ahead and get yourself started. So what you're going to need to do is you need to get some groups going. So over on the left side where it says groups, just click create, and then I recommend you put your name in there, because as I'm thinking this through, the more students that have access to this and more teachers that have access, you're going to have a student who might be using it with 2, 3, 4 different teachers, and it might get kind of confusing if we all just have, say, second hour. So I'm going to go ahead and change mine after I do the screencast into, I'm going to edit them so my name's in there. It's pretty simple. Select the grade. I'm teaching 7th grade. You can do a range if you want to do that, if you're teaching more than one grade. You got your subject area, and then some of them have subheadings below that, and you can set that up if you want to. And then you go ahead and click create. It's a pretty simple little process, and you can see over on the left side I've got a new class there called Hopper First Hour, and then I don't have any students there, nor do I have any assignments, which is another kind of key thing you're going to want to think about, which I'll help you with in the next little feature. But it's all ready for students, and as you can see, they are going to need this little special group code, which is written here, and it's also written up here. It's nothing you have to remember longer than a minute or so, and nothing your students really have to remember for more than just a brief period of time as they get themselves set up. It's just a sort of a one-time thing. But let's walk you through that too. So the code for this one is NPW31N. So you're going to send your students to the same place you went, have them go to the Edmodo homepage, and then they are students, so go ahead and have them click I'm a student. That's when you're going to need that group code, and if I remember right, it was NPW31N. They need a username, so I think it's best if they do their first name, underscore, and then their last initial. Sometimes you're going to get this little window that pops up saying, hey, that's already taken. That means somewhere else in the world there's another Tommy T who's signed up. I'd go ahead and add just a simple number like 2 after that, and in most cases it's going to get you set up. have the students enter a password. It's nothing you need to remember. It's something entirely for them. And when they forget it on the second day, I'll show you how you can manage that one pretty easily. I'd go ahead and skip the email option there. If they do sign up for email, it just is something where if you send a notification, which is a special kind of a post, or actually it's an alert, special kind of post, they would get something that went to their email. But that's up to you if you want to have them do that, and I guess I just put that out to them. Have them put in their real first name and their real last name, and of course you're going to have to get parental permission to do this, and you'll check that box, and then you have them sign up. And sure enough, when they sign up, if they've done it correctly, you'll see that their group, so now I'm signed in as a student, you'll see that Hopper first hour class is available to them, and anything that you've posted so far, which as you can see is nothing, will show up here for them. But that's about it. It's pretty simple. I do want to show you a couple of troubleshooting features that you're probably going to have that first day. I already did mention you're going to want to put 1 or 2 assignments to begin with in that class before you even have students join, because you've got some real bright students that are going to be able to log in as you're talking. They'll have it figured out before you, and so you're going to want to have something for them to do right away. And then others, it's going to take them quite a bit longer because they either are just having some computer problems or some attention problems, or they had to go to the bathroom and missed the entire set of directions. So it's going to take some students longer than others to get themselves logged in. So the first troubleshooting thing is just to make sure you've got a couple of assignments all ready for them for when the students join. A second problem you're going to have is maybe on that second day or the third day, and you go back in to use Edmodo, the students will have forgotten their passwords. Well, as you remember, it's something they never told you, so it's nothing you need to write down, but it's a really simple fix. All you need to do is click into that classroom hour, and you click on members. You can see all the students that have joined that class are listed here. You pick the student that has forgotten his or her password. You just, is it not? You select that student. Oh, never mind. I need to go in as a teacher. My bad. So you're going to go into that first hour class. You will click members. You'll see, there we go, all the students that have joined. You choose that one student who's having the problem, and you roll over here where it says change password, and you just go ahead and click change password. You have the student come to your computer, enter in a new password for themselves, click reset, and then they just go back to their computer and they should be able to log in no problem. That'll happen the first couple days, a couple students in each class, but it's not a real complicated thing. Something to be aware of, but again, not complicated at all. After that first hour, when you had all your students join, you're going to want to go to where the group code is, and you're going to want to click this little icon here and lock that group code so that students that are in other classes can't inadvertently or intentionally join the wrong class. So, right after your students start joining, right after they're finished joining on that first day, go ahead and lock that code. But that second day you're going to use, you might have a student who is absent the first day. Well, how do they join the class? Or maybe a month down the road you have a student move in to your class from another hour or from another school for that matter. How do they join that class? Well, that's pretty simple. You click on the class, and where it says group code, you drop down the menu and click reset, and it'll give you a brand new code. Again, that's nothing you need to remember. You just tell that student in that moment, here's your code. They go ahead and enter that code, and then right away they'll be added to that classroom. And then once again, I'd go ahead and lock that so no one can join it aside from that. That's about it. I think I told you at the beginning I'd have one fun thing for you. As you can see here, I think the default color is this blue, but you can see I've got different colors here. I think it's a helpful way. It looks a little nicer, yeah, and I guess it's kind of fun, but it is a helpful way to kind of separate your classes. But if you just click on the color box there, come on, you should see, well, it gives me other colors to choose from. So maybe I want my second hour to be orange now, but it's a pretty simple little thing, and you can change the color of your classes, and it's not real important, but hey, it's kind of a fun thing, and it helps you to be a little bit more motivated about using it. And anyway, thanks for watching. If you got what you needed to get out of this, that's great. The next video I'm going to try to produce will be about creating and managing assignments, so look for that to appear shortly. Thanks again for checking in.